Hey guys, it's your girl Amaya Michelle, and I'm back with another video. This setup is a little different because it's going to be more like a voiceover because, you know, quarantine and I'm looking crazy. So I just wanted to show you guys everything that I got. I'm going to be showing you how to do your own nails at home, seeing as how most, if not all, nail salons throughout our nation are closed due to coronavirus. So all of this stuff I actually got from the dollar store for less than $15. So I got these nail soak off caps, some cotton balls, a drill, a top coat and a base coat, acetone, this nail file, and the rest of the supplies I actually already had at my house because I'm a licensed cosmetologist. However, full disclosure, I was snoozing through our nail section because I just really don't have an interest in doing nails before I found out I was going to have to be doing my own. And I also have these nail forms, so I'm going to be doing my acrylics with forms because I'm not that coordinated to do them just free-handed. So if you guys want to see how I soak off this dip set and get my own self an acrylic set, stay tuned. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this drill that I got from Family Dollar. This drill came with about 5 different bits. The bits are just the pieces that go into the drill to help file down the nail, polish the nail, buff the nail, whatever you may have it. So my purpose in using the drill now is because I want to take off the top layer of my dip set, because every time I get a dip set, I get it topped with gel polish. So I want to go ahead and file that down. That way it's easier to soak the nail off. So this is what the nail looks like with the gel completely off of the top. Next, I'm going to go in with 100% acetone. I got this from the Dollar Tree as well. And I'm going to be using my pink soak caps. So one of them comes in a large in each pack, and then the other 4 come in size small. So those are for all of your other fingers besides your thumb, and the large is for your thumb, obviously. The whole concept of this is so that you're not having to walk around with foil on your fingers, and you're able to easily use, like, pick up things, because the soak caps are like silicone, so they're soft. You can still pick things up, you can move your hands around. So basically what I'm doing is just submerging the cotton balls in acetone and then sticking the cotton ball into the cap. Halfway through doing this, I realized that it was easier to soak the cotton ball, then stick it in the cap, then stick my finger in there, which were the instructions anyway, but we all know I don't listen, right? Teachable moment here. Just followed the instructions because I was clearly struggling, and I wouldn't have been struggling if I just followed the instructions. I'm following instructions now, y'all. Look how easy that was. Boom. Went right on. Look at that. So I've got my soak caps on all of my nails, and I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna check on them. So 15 minutes have gone by, and I go ahead and remove the soak caps off my nail just to see what we're working with. It doesn't look like much of the dip came up, but it was very jelly, and some of them were sliding off pretty easily with the acetone and the cotton ball. So I decided to get old-fashioned and just soak the nails off in the regular way, just putting some acetone in a bowl and sticking my hand in there, and I did this on each hand for another 10 minutes. This is what my nails looked like after soaking them. I got majority of the dip off. The only thing that was still really hanging on were my thumbs and my butterfly designs. So I'm gonna go ahead with my drill again, and I'm just gonna drill that very thin layer of product right off the top. This is what my nails looked like completely soaked off, and whoo, this took a long time, y'all. Next, we get to the really fun part. So I already did my right hand because I am right-handed, and I was not gonna show you guys me struggling on camera like that. You weren't gonna see me go out like that. So I already did my right hand, and so I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys how I did these acrylic nail forms on my left hand. So I'm gonna start with my pink acrylic powder. I didn't get this from the dollar store because I already had it in my kit. I have my acrylic brush, I have monomer, and I also have my drill. And I have these clear nail forms. So now I'm just making sure that my nail forms are sized properly with my nails. I only needed to use 3 different sized ones because all 3 of my middle fingers were the same size. My pinky was the smallest and my thumb was the biggest. So I'm gonna start with my pink acrylic powder, and I'm using my thumb first. So I wet my brush with the monomer, which is what you use to pick up the acrylic. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up a decent sized bead. I don't want it to be too big. And I'm going to place it in the center of the nail form. I'm lightly packing the acrylic into the nail form, and I'm just lightly pulling backwards. That is the cuticle and that is your free edge. You want to make sure when you're pulling the acrylic back towards the cuticle area that it's not too bulky, because you do want it to look as natural as possible. I noticed that I had an empty part in the nails, so I'm going to go in with the monomer and the acrylic again. I'm just going to pick up a very small bead, and I'm going to fill in that little empty part because I don't want the nail to crack, and I do want to make sure it's sturdy. I just don't want it too bulky. Now it's time to apply our nail forms. So I'm going to be using the rock and roll method. So basically what you do is rock the back part of the form into your cuticle, and then you're going to apply the nail lightly. So I'm really not using that much pressure. I'm just placing the form on top of the nail. I did watch a tutorial from Neo Nails on YouTube, and this was the most successful way I was able to figure it out, and it worked pretty well. I put the acrylic a little longer than I wanted to in the nail form, so when I remove it, I'm going to file it and clip it to my desired length. After letting it cure for a couple of seconds, you're going to start to see air pockets, and that's how you know it's time to remove. So I'm just applying a little pressure on the edges, and I pop the form right off. Very simple and very easy to do. The form wasn't quite the size of my nail, so a little bit of the side didn't get covered in acrylic. So I'm gonna go ahead and freehand and just fill in the part that did not get covered by the form.
So like I said, you know, it's like all these minds is working all the time. So it's like, yo, you know they from the street 'cause the way they talk and all of that. So it's like people can see it. They feeling it. They feel that strong vibe that we giving it. And like I said, man, it's just that, you know, they love it, man. So at that time, it's a big percentage of poor people on this earth. So they can get actually.
I've got the thumb how I want it. It was really easy to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just go to town for the rest of my nails. I forgot to show you guys that I did prime my nails with this nail primer pen. I finished applying the forms. That one was the best one in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and clip this acrylic to the same length as my natural nail. I don't like long nails. I like my nails to be the same length as my nail, so I'm just clipping it. I don't have a fancy nail clipper or anything, so I'm using the one that I have. Judge ya mama. This is what they're looking like, clipped down to my desired length. We're getting somewhere, y'all. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna file them to my desired shape. So I really don't like coffin. I more so like the tapered square look. So they're not gonna be like super pointy or anything, but I do like them to have like that really chic square look, if that makes sense. This is what I ended up with. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drill the top of each nail. That way they get a little rough and the polish is able to stay on top longer. I don't really know if this is the correct thing to do, but that's what they knew at the nail salon, so I'm doing it too. This is what they look like, all roughed up, and we're ready to apply a base coat to start polishing. I got this base coat from the dollar store as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and coat all of my fingers. Next, we're gonna go in with the color. I'm using this OPI color that I'm pretty sure I stole from my mom. It's really pretty and it's very pink, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna paint my nails. I did 2 coats with this. Now I'm gonna go in with this rapid dry top coat that I also got from the Dollar Tree. And y'all, it actually does work really quickly. My nails dried pretty fast. And voila, they look so good, y'all. I was shocked at myself. So this is the finished look after I polished my right hand, which is a disaster, and yeah, we're just not going to talk about that. But this is my good hand, and I feel like I did a really good job. So this was my tutorial for you guys. I will say that I will definitely be back in the nail salon as soon as it opens because I just don't have the patience for this. Although it did take a really long time to do it myself, and I did make a couple of mistakes, it was pretty simple to do. You just really need to have some patience, which I don't have. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will come back with some more beauty hacks for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.